Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are driving into the exciting world of full stack engineering. Like if you ever wondered how to become full stack engineer and unlock the endless opportunities, so this video is for you. So let's talk about the what is the full stack engineer. Okay, first of all, so full stack engineer is just like a Swiss army knife of a web development. If you are skilled in both front end means हमारे पास जो UI वाला पार्ट हो गया ठीक है एंड बैक एंड जो सर्वर एंड डेटाबेस डेवलपमेंट ठीक है so you can build entire web application from the scratch like you guys can see the website such like Amazon or Flipkart. There are many websites such like that for the shopping. How does they have a certain feature, cool shopping feature? They pop up something. You go from the Myntra, you buy something from there. We have lots of like Amazon.in. We have lots of multiple websites. So have a wonder how this website has become and what all those technologies they are being using. So behind the scene, they are being using a full stack development that is like front end and the back end. So now if we talk about why we should choose a full stack, why should we go to the full stack part? Okay, so right now full stack engineers are highly demanded and companies have love hiring versatile developers. Plus, if you have freedom to work on the all parts of project, making your job super dynamic. So I'm going to talk about what all those skills to focus and what all the core areas to master into the full stack developer. Okay, so first of all, we have front end. Okay, front end development like we you have to learn the HTML like you guys have learned this in 10th, 12th, like somewhere. Someone has learned this all. HTML, CSS, we have then JavaScripts. Okay, then you can also learn the frameworks like Angular, React. The, yeah, these are generally the frameworks you can work as a developer. Angular, React. Okay, so we are going to more talk about all this things into the like what all those comes under the MERN Stack developer and everything we are going to cover up into this video. Okay, so now first is front-end part which contains HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Angular, React. These are the generally framework, Angular and React. Now second, that includes its backend part. Okay, these are the front end like where you have created such a dynamic page. Now backend includes like mastering such the things like Node.js. You should have a master in Python. Okay, your Java. And if you are going to the framework side, so you should have a master in Express or you should have a master in Django. So these are the combined part like front end and back end. And now if we go more deep dive like sometime we have to manage the databases also like the users are logging in and we have to store everything their captcha everything about their databases. So the third part comes as databases. Okay, like understanding some things about SQL part. Okay, SQL databases such like MySQL, and we have NoSQLs. Okay, like we generally options. If I take example, okay. So we have example that is MongoDB. Everyone has heard about this name. Like the companies use for storing the database. We have then RDBMS. We have Redshift. There is a variety of things, but the major part that comes under the full stack is that is databases part. Okay. Then fourth is like version controlling part. Now, what all those things have been come into the version controlling part as you have developed your code front end part back end part databases now part so now where you are going to store this codes you can't store everything onto the local part so for version control for storing all this code we have GitHub where you can store your code and get comfortable with this particular part now nowadays there is a new concept been added that is DevOps part and this particular full stack development part because for deploying your things for containerizing the things deployments all things we have Docker and Kubernetes for such KTAS. Let me just write KTAS. Okay, so these are the generally tool things which generally comes up into the whole full stack developer like front end, back end, database, version controlling, DevOps. If you are good into this and you are going to crack one of the biggest companies into the market. Oh, okay. So I'm going to talk about all those about the full stack opportunities into the next video. But right now I'm just going over few to become a full stack developer. Okay, so let how you can going to start all this particular thing. So you can just start with the basics part, like learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript to build a static websites. Okay, you can learn all these particular things over here on have a basics part. Then backend fundamental, pick up a programming language like Python or Node.js and learn API development. How you can build an API, you can learn Node.js, you can learn Python, you can learn Java also. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about more what to choose, Python to choose or Java to choose. Okay, now if we come into the third part, that is database integration, learn like how you can connect your backend with the databases part. So this is the third part where you can have to see into this. Then fourth, we have front-end frameworks like get mastered into the Angular or React for more dynamic interfaces like HTML, CSS, JavaScript for the basics part, but to more make the website like a look interface more actual face interactive is dynamic, so we have to learn React and the or the Angular part, any of the things were. Then after learning all those things, you can store your code into the GitHub. Then you can just create a real world projects like blogs, e-commerce websites, or social media apps. Okay, then and sixth thing that comes into a portfolio, like you can host your projects on platforms like GitHubs and showcase them as a personal portfolio sites where you can enhance your skills by building multiple projects. Okay, so all these things generally make a full stack developer. So this is generally a website, okay, which have contained like full stack, which have contained the databases. Because if you go here, if you check out here this list and all the things you can they generally catch your memories, like whatever things you generally search. Like suppose let me search for the laptops or iPhone. Okay, let me search for the iPhone. I just want to take iPhone 16 Pro Max. Okay, so they are then showing all those particular things. They generally store into cache, how they pop up. Like see, if you take your cursor here, how the link color get changed. So everything comes into this comes into the full stack development part. How you can enhance your dynamic parts, how you can store the databases. Like suppose I am going to open this and I have to first of all log in and I have to check out everything's okay by now. So everything get stored into the backend part and backend stored into database part. So all these things been cover up into the, like see, you can see how they are going to how they are zooming in and everything. The dynamic part are comes under this particular React and Angular part. Okay, so let me talk about what are the resources to learn. So there are many free and paid resources out you can learn. There are tutorials from Udemy or Coursera. I have also given the tips to learn the full stack development, and you can also follow my mine channel for the more tips and tricks, and you can practice the things like from lead code, hacker rank to like you sharpen your skills. Or we have free code camp, and there's a many YouTube channel. I will provide that particular video in the description part, so you can go there and you can watch out. I have given everything, each and everything, like from where you can learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay, so I just want to have one more thing, like what two types of we generally we have full stack developers. Okay, so let me quickly mm, come up with this particular two things, types of full stack developers. Okay, so full stack developer generally comes into the two types. There are many categories, but in India, like there's generally two types of categories that generally works. That is MERN Stack, okay, and another that is Java full stack. Java full stack. Okay, so what all those this two tools technology includes? So generally, in the if I talk about the MERN stack part, in the MERN stack, like this is one of the most popular choice for the full stack development. How it works? First of all, it includes the MongoDB part. Okay, MongoDB. Then it includes Express.js. Like MongoDB is generally for the NoSQL database and everything there. So Here we have Express for the lightweight backend framework. Okay, MongoDB for the database and backend NoSQL database. Express is for backend. Then React for the powerful library for the building dynamic and responsive user interface. And you can also use the Node.js part. This includes the MERN stack. This all four of those things are come into the uh, Munstack part. Like if you talk about the Munstack, so all this like M for Mongo. Here is a full form. M for Mongo, E for Express, R for React, and N for Node.js. So this all these four things creates a Munstack developer. Okay, now so Munstack is a perfect for building modern web applications such as like social media platform, e-commerce platform, or real-time chat applications. Basically, it's also loved by developers because of JavaScript dominance across the full stack, which amplifies learning. But in this month stack, it don't include HTML, CSS, JavaScript like this. All these four categories has been used like in the React. You can use the inbuilt libraries and inbuilt model to call up, and you can create dynamic multiple web pages. But if you come into the Java full stack developer, so it's all about using Java for the backend part. Like this is traditional and reliable choice nowadays, especially for large scale enterprise applications. Okay, so let me just distribute all the technologies we use. So if we come into the front end part, okay, so we have HTML, we have CSS, we have JavaScript. Okay, same thing which we have included, and if we talk about the framework, so it includes something like Angular and React for those frameworks. Okay, Angular and we have React. Okay, now if we talk about second, that is backend part. Let me just backend. So into the backend we have Spring Boot. Like you can use Java frameworks like Spring Boot to build up to use into the backend, and like Hibernate also been used over here into the backend part for handling like server side logics and to the business rules. Then for the data we have databases part. So you can use relational databases such like MySQL. You can use MySQL over here. Okay, and you can use the Oracle also, like, or you can use the PostgreSQL also. Okay, so if I talk about additional more or all more additional tools you can use, so you can use Maven or Gradle for building and managing projects, and Jenkins for CI/CD pipelines. These are the additional tool. But if we talk about Java full stack, so in the backend part we are using the Hibernate part, but into the Munstring we are using MongoDB Express and Node.js as a backend and React as a front end part. But into this Java frontend, it generally includes HTML, CSS, JavaScript. But in MERN, it doesn't include. But having a knowledge is one of the basic things we have to start into the this full stack journey. Okay. So, if I give a quick comparison between both of them, so Monstack is a lightweight and better for modern and fast-paced projects that need flexibility. But Java full stack is like more structured and better suited for long-term, large-scale systems on this. So your choice depends on project requirements and your personality. If you have a background with the Java, so you can go with the Java full stack part, and if you have a not interest into Java, if you have interest into Python and all those, so you can choose the one. Like both are the wisely, or vice versa. Like you can start your career into all this thing. So that's it for the today's video. Remember, becoming full stack engineer takes time and consistent practice. Start small. Stay curious and keep building. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more tech tips and tutorial. See you soon in next video.